this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only peace. There is only peace. Peace that heals, peace that sets us free. There is only peace. There is only joy. There is only joy. Joy that heals, joy that sets us free. There is only joy. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love.
Good morning, Unity Church of Raleigh.
Good morning, everybody.
All right, up on
Let's
the
sing
feet,
our
everybody. Let's sing our first song. 1, 2.
All right.
Try the same key. Everybody,
Yeah, how about the key of C? Open the heart.
2, 3, 4.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. y'all. Yeah, Sharon, it was only 2 times. Y'all sound great. Imagine a police department that invites substance abusers to get clean. Now, that is exactly what is happening just down the road from here in Nashville, North Carolina. This little police department is inviting opioid addicts to come by, turn in their drugs, and get treatment help with no judgment, no arrest, and no jail. Now, it is called the Hope Initiative, and that is exactly what it is. It is giving people hope for a new life. Now, they knew that the system was broken. It was not working. So they decided to see substance abuse as an illness and not a moral failing. So their officers advocate for these people. They connect them to all the right financial resources. They help them find a rehab, and then they stay in contact with these addicts. And it is working. Out of 320 program participants, only 60 people have gone back to using. Wow, that is big. Now, in the law enforcement business, this is called an angel program. And that is the truth. The Nashville Police Department is the guardian angel of that city because they are healing their community, they are preventing crime, and they are restoring families, which is really cool. So I got to thinking about this, and I thought, okay, so how often in life is our first response to expect the worst in our health, or our prosperity, or in our relationships, the worst in ourselves? And I got to thinking, okay, I think that creating our brightest future is all about expecting the best, like they did in Nashville, North Carolina, expecting the best of people, the best judgment, the best guidance, the best actions, the best outcomes. Now, Unity principles teach us that creating our brightest future is all about showing up in life, absolutely believing one thing, that God is all good, all the time, everywhere present, and ready, able, and willing to deliver the best to us. That's it. Wonderful. So today, no matter what is happening to us or through us, we choose to accept the best and to see the best and expect the best of everyone and everything in our world. Because if we do that, and if we see every circumstance, situation, and condition as good, it will be good. If we look for the best, we will find it, and it will be perfect. So today we light our Christ candle for Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And we affirm, I give the world the gift of my understanding, acceptance, and great expectations. So good morning. I greet you in the name of Jesus Christ and in the warm and loving spirit of Unity Church of Raleigh. In unity, we welcome all people and honor the God of your understanding. We bless our churches and spiritual groups throughout the world because we know we are all sons and daughters of the same loving Creator. So we welcome everyone. We welcome everybody watching us on your device today. Thanks for joining us. My name is Melanie. I'm your platform leader. And our musicians today are Greg, Susan, Alan, and Peggy. And our speaker is a guest, Matt Jones. So now let's all stand together and say our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life and affairs, God the good. With that, let's walk around the room and say good morning to each other. Good morning.
All right, there we go. Ah.
Good morning.
Y'all know this one.
I love myself. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. One more time. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me, that you can start loving me, that you can start loving me.
That was fun. So we always begin our announcements with gratitude, and I'm grateful that today is International Women's Day. And I know that there are a lot of, I know there are a lot of famous people out there, women doing all kinds of great things, but I am grateful for the moms, like my mom, who I saw yesterday, and sisters, like my sister, like nieces, and friends, and grandmothers, and just the everyday women like all of us in every country all over the world who are holding the space and making this place a little more beautiful and a little kinder, a little gentler, and a little sweeter. So I honor all women. So anyway, I'm happy about that. And I'm also grateful for Hearts in Unity. We did the count, and it looks like we have made $1,530 for our church in this amazing lasagna fundraiser. It was so much fun. I'm so happy, but I'm also a little, I have to say, you saw in your bulletin last week, or is it this week, I think? Elaine won the Veggie Award for the third time in the row, and she was quick to point out to me that it was not just the third time in the row, it was the fourth time. Elaine, raise your hand over there. Okay, so we've got her in our sights. I know. She's a goddess, but just get ready. Next year, when she's not looking, I'm going to stick like the weeks before, put a little target on her back. I'm teasing, Elaine. Thank you so much to you and to everyone who brought all the fabulous food. It was wonderful, and boy, did it ever bless our church with camaraderie and fun and connection and love, and also money, which is also so great. So today's flowers are unsponsored, and when they are unsponsored, we like to give them to a volunteer. And today I would like to give the flowers to Bonnie Patrick. Bonnie, she leads our Caring Hearts team, which is the internal pastoral care team. She also leads our women's group. She participates in every way on just about every team. And these flowers, all of them from a local farmer, 'tis the season. And everyone, come up and smell them. They smell wonderful. These are for you. Thank you for loving us the way you do. We love you back. So at this time, we welcome any guests we have in our community. Thanks for being with us today. We look forward to getting to know you during hospitality. And at this time, before we invite the kids to go to Sunday school, we have an announcement. The parents were notified this week. We are going back to something we used to do. After the namaste, after the peace song and the namaste, we are inviting the kids to go back to the classroom, and then they will be checked out from the classroom. Now, this is in preparation for the 30, 40, 50 children that are out there right now with their families getting ready to come to UCR. All of those people who are going, I want an amazing church. I need a new spiritual practice. I want a faith walk that just lifts up my whole family. So all those hundreds of people out there are getting ready to come. And so we're setting up some systems to make it easier for them to come in and have divine order and organization. So kids, after the service, will go back with the child care folks, and then parents, after that, go check them out, and then just watch it blossom as we have 30, 40, 50 kids in here, and it's just going to be wonderful. So thank you, parents. So now, go. Have a great day in Sunday school, Jonah. And Andrea. Perfect. So today after the service, I'm very excited. Matt is bringing us a workshop, Creating Your Brightest Future. It starts at 12:15, goes to 1:45. There is childcare, and it's just a $15 love offering. It's going to be great. Join us back in this area over here. Should be fun. Women's group meets Friday night. They're creating vision boards, and these are exciting. This is a hallmark of the 4T class, and it's awesome. So Bonnie, wave. See Bonnie if you have any questions about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Imagine doing all the things that Christ did and greater. Well, that is exactly what we're going to be doing in the workshop with David Hiller in 2 weeks on March 22nd. It's a brand new workshop. It's called Time to Do Greater Things, brand new talk as well. So he will be with us on the 22nd with both of these, and it should be a lot of fun. Remember, it's Bow Wow Meow Month. We're bringing in items for our furry friends. Next Sunday, Reverend Wally is with us for a talk called Irish Blessing. We know on St. Paddy's Day, everyone is Irish, and could there be a better unity message than that? So, Irish Blessing, and we remember that Wally's teachings center on discovering our powerful oneness with God. On March 22nd, I told you Reverend David Hiller, longtime Unity minister, author, and Psych K healer, is going to be with us. And I'm delighted to tell you that on the 29th, last Sunday of the month, our first new minister candidate, Reverend John Bierman, there he is, will be with us and speaking. And so the way we are doing this is we are inviting everyone to be here. This is our opportunity to see this person, to hear him, to feel that energy in the building. And we will have surveys after his talk so that we can anonymously and honestly assess what we hear and what happens and how we feel about it. So we are really excited. Many thanks. Sharon leads our new minister search team, and those folks are all through the building and the board. We are really excited about this amazing progress that we are making. So be here March 29th, and there will be more candidates through the spring. There's the usual chair takedown today, and of course, Pat is here as prayer chaplain to pray with us. Now, we are not giving any power to this, right? We give our power. Nothing has power over us except the power we give it, right? However, we are smart. There's an old Muslim saying that says, love your neighbor, tie your camel, right? Right? Okay, so we are going to step through together this thing that's happening in the world with this coronavirus. So Sharon, do you want to put that slide up? So the board has decided that there are a couple of things that we need to do. Now, of course, love one another and wash your hands. Love one another. Cough into your elbow and wash your hands and your elbow. No. Love one another. Stay after the service for community. However, after today, after the feast today, we are going to stop putting out food for just a little while. Just because, we want to make sure that we're safe and everything's okay. We will still have coffee and water. We will still have the tables. I expect us to have to, at 1:30, kick like 5 or 6 people out of here every Sunday. But just for a month or so until all this resolves, we're not going to have food service. So the hospitality team, I'll be sending a note out to remind all my team people, no hospitality for a while. So, and that is okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to be smart about this. The greetings. Do what feels right to you. I'm a hugger, and I wash my hands over and over and over. If you're a fist bumper, go wild. If you're a hip bumper, go wild. If you're like this person, go wild. But let's just be smart and wash your hands. Let's see. And of course, hand sanitizer, it's everywhere. We're going to be wiping things down the way we need to. And the most important thing that we can do is not let, Matt and I were just talking about this, and Greg, we do not let fear rule us. No. We are divine children of God, therefore we inherit no sickness. Yes. But like I said, we tie our camels. So let's now go within and let's hold a vision of perfection and healing for this world. So we're going to pray. So let's just go within. And I have a prayer from Unity Worldwide that is beautiful about this. So we take that Deep breath, and we know that God is a love that has no end and a power that knows no bounds. And God's healing power of divine life is restoring, healing, and revitalizing our world right here and right now. So, we let go of our fears and anxieties, and we affirm that we are all safe, healthy, and protected. And we bless everyone who supports us in maintaining their vibrant health too. We express divine life in everything we think, say, and do. We bless ourselves, this family, and our global family with radiant health, peace of mind, and abundant love. And so it is. Amen. And now, last thing. If you're sick, don't come to church. This is your perfect excuse to stay home and eat those waffles and binge watch whatever wonderful show you want to watch. So that was the last thing. Let's join together and say our new minister affirmation. I'm so excited about what we are attracting to each other. So, big breath in full voice. It's up on the screen, ready, set. The activity of God is the only power at work. God lights our way, guides our steps, and the divine wisdom within works through all of us as the right minister is employed. Thank you, God. I'm excited. How about y'all? Cool. So why don't we prepare for the peace and refreshment of meditation with Matt Jones by singing the song In the Silence.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there, peace is there, truth is there, God is there.
If you're comfortable, please join me by closing your eyes and take a breath in, breathe it in all the abundance of the universe of God, and breathe out knowing all is well, all is perfect. And I want to invite you to go within that secret place. As we know, be still and know that I am God. That knowing within, all is perfect, all is well. And so I invite you, as we enter a moment of inner silence, connecting with the Christ within. And when you're ready, begin to come back to the moment in this room as you feel the back of your chair, you feel your feet on the ground. And when you're comfortable, open your eyes. And together we say, and so it is, and amen.
Our Father, us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
Hello, everybody. I'm going to be doing a song by Tracy Chapman. She is a revolutionary. She's been very I connected with her at a young age. But anyway, this is a song. It's called New Beginning. Whole world's broke, ain't worth fixing. It's time to start all over, make a new beginning. It's too much pain, too much suffering. It's time to start all over, make a new beginning. Don't get me wrong, I like life's living. But when you wake up and look around, everything is gone down, all wrong. Say we need to change this world right now, there's too few happy endings. We resolve to come together, make a new beginning. Start all over. Start all over. Start all over. Start all over. The world is broke in fragments and pieces. Once we join together as a unified whole. But not too many stand alone. There's too much separation. Resolve to come together in a new beginning. Start all over. Start all over. Start all over. Start all over. We can break the cycle. We can break the chains. We can start all over in the new beginning. We can learn, we can teach, we can share the myths, the dreams, the prayers, the notion we can do better and change our lives and paths, create a new world. Start all over. Start all over. Start all over. Start all over. World is broken, too much suffering. We need to start all over, make a new beginning. Too much pain, too much suffering. Time to start and start all over in the new beginning. Start all over. Start all over.
Maggie, thank you. You know, she's always back there wailing away on those drums, that drum set, and it's nice to have her front and center. Thank you. We loved it. So I'm very excited about announcing our speaker. This is a speaker, actually, Rev Bev and I have been working to bring in for more than a year, and so we are just thrilled that Matt is with us today. So let me tell you a little bit about him. He is an inspirational speaker and author, and his mission is to inspire audiences and share wisdom to enlighten and transform individuals and organizations, to transform adversity into excelling into new heights of consciousness. Matt has been blessed to share his miraculous story and message to many New Thought centers and churches. He is all about showing the possibility of the divine power within each one of us. So his story has been featured in both international magazines and TV shows. He holds a BA in communication, an MLS in liberal studies with an emphasis in organizational leadership. Excellent. He is pursuing his doctorate in organizational leadership, and he is currently the author of 8 books with more to come in the future. He was from Texas, and now he's coming to us from Tampa, Florida. And I'm so excited that you are here. Applause, please, for Matt Jones.
Melanie, oh, isn't Melanie the best?
We're laughing about all we need is Susan, Kat, me, and Bonnie up here. It'll look like Gandalf and the Hobbits.
Oh,
Looking forward to this.
amazing. Oh. Please repeat after me. It's great to be alive. It's great to be alive. Whew. I want to share a quick little story. It was January 2004, and I was originally from Kansas, and I was in a hospital. I was waiting for a donor for a bone marrow transplant. I was in remission, but I had these massive headaches. I wasn't sure what was going on. And I remember I'm sitting in that hospital room on a hospital bed, and I'm waiting for test results. I hear a knock, and into the room walked Dr. Doom. You don't have to raise your hands, but how many have some Dr. Dooms in their life? These are the people that brighten the whole room as soon as they leave. I mean, they're so negative, they walk into a dark room, they begin to develop. 20, you like that? Just for you. I was 24 years young. And that doctor, that person of authority, walked into that hospital room that day. And I just remember like yesterday, she pulled up a stainless stool. And she said, Matt, the cancer's come back, and it's spread to the fluid in your brain. Now that's what I call a bad Monday morning. And because of my positive attitude, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I'm going to need a brain transplant. I'm curious. I'm still looking for a donor. Any volunteers? And then, you willing? And then she said, you have a less than 10% chance of living to the age of 30. She got up and she walked out. This past October, I turned 41. Victory! And it reminds me of something that Paul wrote. Paul said this, so we do not fix our eyes on what is seen, but what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Today, I come with you. And I open my heart to be a vessel for a message that we need more than ever today. Because there's so much fear. There's so many Dr. Dooms. And the reality is, fear is just an illusion. Let me ask you this. How many believe in God, a divine source, or creative power, or whatever you want to call he, she, or it? Because God doesn't care. And how many believe that God is love? And how many believe God is everywhere? So if God is love and God is everywhere, that means the only thing that can exist is love. And fear is just an illusion, a powerful illusion, but an illusion. I have this new affirmation for the day. I came with this yesterday. Here it is. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of the coronavirus, I shall fear no evil. Now, here's an interesting thing. Here's the thing. In Ecclesiastes, it says there's nothing new under the sun. 2,500 years ago, this was written. Let me read this to you. This is from the book of Psalm. And it says this. You will not fear the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 2,500 years ago, that was written. How many would agree that applies to us today? Goes on. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will never come near you. For he who commands his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. And you see, we have this great opportunity to every single moment to choose love over fear. To choose love over fear. One of my mentors, Les Brown, amazing motivational speaker, he said this: someone else's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. You see, imagine if I would have bought into the reality Dr. Doom had for my life. I wouldn't be here today. That's interesting. I like this. Jesus said this: in the world you'll have fear, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the world. And what's interesting, the average of a study, the average 4-year-old laughs or smiles up to 400 times a day. How many of you have kids? How many have ever seen a kid? They're always laughing, right? But here becomes the opportunity for you and I. By the time they reach the age of 30, that number drops to 15. And how many don't raise your hand, but how many know someone that just needs a smile? You see, part of my story, I had a bone marrow transplant, full body radiation, high dose chemotherapy. And my body was devastated. And I was in that hospital bed, downtown Kansas City, Kansas. And I was about ready to give up. I was losing hope. I couldn't go one more day. 25 years young, should have been the prime of my life. I was about ready to give up. I don't know if you've ever been there before. I don't know if life's ever knocked you the illusion of fear, the illusion of disease, the illusion of lack. I don't know if you've ever been there before. I'm guessing you have. It's part of the human experience. And just when I was about to give up all hope, every single morning into my hospital room door walked Nurse Margot. And she had a smile. And that simple but profound act, it touched my soul. And it gave me the inspiration, gave me the motivation to keep going. One more day. That was over 15 years ago. And I still remember the smile of Nurse Margot. She put a positive imprint on my life. And every single day that we wake up, and every single experience, we have the opportunity, the people we come across, to shine our light, to make a positive imprint. And how many would agree? More than ever, so many people are living in fear. And we have the opportunity to meet them where they're at and show them love. How amazing is this? And perhaps there's somebody in this room today that just needs a smile. And so what I want to do, and everything we do is optional, only if you're comfortable. But 15 years ago, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for a smile. So if you would please, and it's all optional, but if you feel led, Just turn to someone to your left and right. Give them the biggest, cheesiest, show them all the teeth smile you have. You don't have to touch them, just smile. Amazing. I have so much for you. So much for you. You see, I'm going to share with you 3 causes. It's going to take me 5 minutes. But I want to encourage you, if you can, to come to the seminar. Because here's the thing. There's so much fear that we pick up. And the reality is there's nothing new you have to learn. The reality is we just have to unlearn the fear. Unlearn the fear. 3 choices I'm going to share with you. First one is visualize your victory. There's a timeless truth that says where there's no vision, the people perish. Now, is it okay if we have a little bit of fun here? So one of the ways we learn is kinesthetically, which is moving our body. So when I say visualize if everyone goes victory, that would be my whole highlight coming to North Carolina. Sound good or sound good? All you ready for this? Here we go. Visualize your victory. Doesn't that feel good? You wake up in the morning, victory. Because every day we wake up is a victory. Curious. Now, North Carolina, which is the founding, what is the one sport, the founding sport? Horseshoes? Oh, oh, I didn't know that. No, NASCAR. Y'all know NASCAR, right? Any NASCAR fans? Okay, we'll never mind that example. Okay, let me. She's like, no. I think we just gotta laugh more. Am I right or am I right? Just to laugh. That's your brightest future. Because here's when you laugh, you're in the moment. And here's the reality. All we ever have is what? The moment. See, I think that's why a 4-year-old laughs or smiles 400 times a day, because they're in the moment. And what happens by the time they reach 30, they're caught in the dead past or the imagined future. And yesterday, that's a canceled check. Tomorrow, promissory note. Now, let me try this example. So NASCAR didn't work. I was sure North Carolina. How many like to drive fast? Can I see your hand? You like to drive fast? Okay. Maybe you want to be a NASCAR driver. Well, I used to live in California. And in California, they have these race car driving schools. And one of the things they teach you is what to do when you spin out of control. And they tell you, don't focus on the wall, but focus where you want to go on the track. Because where you place your attention, where you place your focus, that's where you'll end up. Visualize your victory. Now, the second choice, creating your brightest future. Every day you wake up, you visualize your victory. The fact that you woke up is the greatest victory. Am I right? Am I right? But let me ask you, how many people when you wake up, you go like, victory! It changed your whole life. To realize we're alive. How awesome is that? But what happens? The average person, they got all this fear going on, and they miss out on this precious gift of the here and the now. Let me give you this example. Here we go. Oh, man. How much time I got? So you got to go to the seminar. I got so much for you. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you go down to your local bank or your credit union. You discover $86,400 is placed in your bank account. Run? He's like, take it and run. Cash that and run. No. No, and this is free, legit, clear. And this happens every single day. Come on now. How many of you go in victory then? But here's the catch. Whatever you do not spend by the end of the day is gone forever. How many like that challenge in life? Now, it gets better. Come on, you got to get this now. It gets better. Every single day, you're given 86,400 seconds. At the end of the day, they're gone forever. Think about that. Every single day, we're alive. How amazing is that? And this great mystery of life. We woke up, we breathe, our heart beats, we're so blessed. But so many people, all they can see is that wall. All they can see is the stresses, and they forget about the blessing of being alive. Visualize your victory. You see, I remember when I first heard those 3 words no one wants to hear. It was the biggest tragedy in my life. I was laying in a hospital bed in Topeka, Kansas. And I laid there in my bed, and I made a choice. You see, you can't always perhaps choose what happens to you. We can't always control what goes in the world, but the one thing we can always control is what? How we perceive it. I was a senior in college, and I was told, you have cancer. Now, how many would say that's pretty bad? Or was it? I'm in that hospital bed. I'm 23 years young, 2002, and I'm laying there. And in my mind's eye, I visualize this victory. That someday, somehow, somewhere, for someone, some good will come from my experience. Did you catch that? I was in that hospital bed, faced with that fear, faced with death, but I visualized what? My victory. And I knew there was a bigger purpose, a bigger plan. And here's the thing. In that moment, there was a divine connection because Source, God, whatever you want to call he, she, or it, God has no ego, knew somebody here 18 years later needed to hear something I had to say. Because here's what I know. Out of your mess comes your message. Out of your test comes your testimony. And from the wounds comes your wisdom, and from your scars comes your star. Who's open to a handshake? I gotta touch the energy. The energy. Feel the energy? The energy. The vibration. The energy. There's something happening right here. I got 5 more minutes. You got to come to the seminar. I want to do something for you. I got to give you something. This is my book right here, my full story. Don't got time to go through all of it. The 3 choices. The first one, visualize your victory. The second one, please repeat after me, take action. Now, once again, we learn kinesthetically. So when I say take action, if you go A for action, that would be amazing. Here we go. Take action. You see, what did James say? Brother Jesus, he said, don't just be a hearer of the word, but be a doer. It's not enough to visualize your victory. You got to take action. In order to take action, the third choice I want to gift to you. If you would, take your index finger, point to your head, and say, elevate your attitude. You see, what did Paul write? He said, don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I got a book for you. My whole story, the 3 choices, in depth. Weighs 1 pound. I got smart a couple years ago. I realized something. What's the one thing everybody always carries? Oh, oh, a credit card, okay. A cell phone. So I like you, sir. Isn't it wonderful just to laugh? How amazing to laugh with people. One of my favorite pictures is the laughing Jesus. Y'all know the laughing Jesus? Because that's what Jesus said. Fear in the world, be of good cheer. Remember what Jesus said? In order to enter the kingdom of heaven, you have to be like what? A child. And a child laughs and smiles 400 times a day because they're in the moment. And they're not caught up in the fear of tomorrow, which never comes. So I have a gift for you. I got smart. I put this electronically so you can download it on your phone. How amazing is that? And what I do to make this very simple is All you have to do is put your name and your email, and I'll send you a link with a bunch of other gifts. Because I realize it's important on a daily basis, you've got to feed your mind positivity. Would you agree or would you agree? My gift for you, so I'm just going to pass these around. Hopefully you have a pen. If not, you can find a pen and just pass those around. If you're interested, I'll just collect these at some point, but I want to gift that to you. All right, so a couple more minutes. It's once again, visualize your, take, elevate your. Okay, I want to demonstrate this now. This is my brand new book right here. This is amazing. It has a smiley face. It's based off the field of positive psychology. Who's familiar with positive psychology? Very good. There's a famous researcher from North Carolina, Barbara Fredrickson, and she talks about, she's the leading researcher in the positivity of emotions. And what they found is, in order to be happy and fulfilled in life, you need 3 positive experiences for every 1 negative. That's just one little chapter in here. Who would like this book for free? You got to visualize what? Victory. But it's not enough to visualize your victory, is it? You got to take what? And in order to take action, you got to elevate your. So how could you right now take action, elevate your attitude, and get this book for free? Right there, look at that. It's a victory. All right. Victory! Woo! Are you on the track team? Wow, asthmatic, and she ran up here because she realized the value of that. Amazing. We have the other few copies, and we just have a love offering. Here's my other little book here. It's one of my first books ever. It's like the Daily Word. Every mile of a marathon is an action strategy, little shots of inspiration. Who'd like this book for free? Not, you can't visualize your victory. It's not enough. You got to take action. You got to elevate what? Front row guy. There you go. Round of applause. Give him a round of applause. I got one last story to wrap this up. Please come to the seminar if you can. I do have a few books over there. We just take a love offering. You get 2 books for $20, love offering. Whatever you can give them to you. It's so powerful. Man, you're so beautiful. So beautiful. I got to say one last thing before we wrap it up. Please take your index finger. Look at your index finger. We look at the index finger, those lines there we call what? Your fingerprint. Come on now. What do we know about your fingerprint? 7 billion people in the world, you're the only one who has that fingerprint. And that proves something. Just like you have that unique fingerprint, you have a unique and special purpose. There's no reason why you woke up today. Because we are to express love in this world that needs it. How many agree the world needs love more than ever? One last story, then our grand finale. The greatest finish line, I completed 8 marathons in 8 continents. The greatest finish line I crossed was Mother's Day 2004. My doctor walked in my hospital room and he said, Matt, congratulations, you get to go home. And the first thing I did was I picked up the telephone and I called my mom. And I said, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I get to go home. And she said, Matt, this is the greatest Mother's Day gift ever. And the greatest thing in life is to love and be loved. Now, I like to close something. Is it okay we celebrate? Yeah. We got to celebrate life. So what I want to do, and close it up, then we'll get back to the wonderful, the amazing, full of life, Melanie. Isn't she just so wonderful? So much life, right? Woo! So when we were training for our marathons, every Saturday we did a long run. And the coach said, when you finish up your long run, picture that it's marathon day and you're crossing the finish line. So we'd finish it up and we'd go, victory! So what I want to do is just together celebrate the victory of being alive and well and abundant. So what we'll do is we'll cross the finish line together and then we'll go, victory, 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 and make lots of noise. Sound great or sound great? Now, we have 2 options. You can stand up or you can sit down, whatever feels best to you, right? You either want to stand up or sit down? All right, if you want to stand, awesome. If you want to sit, that's fine too. Doesn't matter. All right, so here we go. So visualize this. We're coming down the final stretch. We cross the finish line all together. Victory, victory, victory. Lots of noise. Woo! And now please be seated and give it up for the amazing Melanie. Victory. That's just a warm-up. Come on now. All right, Melanie, it's all you. Oh, the band. Oh, even better. Oh.
Thank you very much. I
Sorry to
understand.
disappoint, but you know, Melanie will be back later.
I understand that today is our the anniversary. Like, what is it? 3 years we've been here. 3 years. Three
3 years.
Yes,
March
3
5th.
years we've been here. Okay, so I got a song for you. This is the one I usually do at homecoming, and I wrote this for y'all. It's called "Coming Home." 1, 2, 3, 4. I traveled a long journey. I went out into the world. I learned many new things, and I found many things to do. But then I was alone and afraid. I got tired and I needed to rest. So I made my way back here to this place inside myself. Oh, the journey is long and I often feel alone, but I know I belong, and I always end up coming home. What does it all mean? And where do I belong? And with whom am I safe? Where really is my home? Oh, I stumbled into here, to this place inside myself. I'm making my own choices, finding peace within. Oh, the journey is long and I often feel alone, but I know I belong, and I always end up coming home. And then I stumbled into here, and you accepted me as I am. You included me in your plans. I found true love in this place. Oh, the journey is long and I often feel alone, but I know I belong, and I always the journey is long and I often feel alone, but I know I belong, and I always end up coming home. Thank you.
Susan, what a wonderful song. Thank you for that. Matt, that was awesome. Thanks, that feels good. I love the energy in the room. So why don't we prepare for our offering by singing the song, I See Abundance Everywhere.
I see abundance everywhere, God's rich supply beyond compare. 'Tis ours to use and to enjoy, His gifts to us without alloy. Prosperity, prosperity, I know my own has come to me. God sends His children joy and peace, good health and wisdom and increase. And we are grateful, voices raise to Thee, O God, in hymns of praise.
So before we take up our offering, we always like to say thank you. And I am so thankful for the prosperity consciousness and the vision and the work, all done in gladness and optimism, to bring us to this beautiful building. 3 years in this church home this week, and we love it. We fill it with our energy. It's full of beloved community, the renters, as well as us, so many days during the week. And I'm just grateful for all of you folks, and all of us for putting us into this space here, now, and always. So as we take up our offering, you'll see that the ushers, David and Andy, have baskets. And in those baskets are affirmations about home. So after you put your offering in the purple basket, in the other basket, just pull that affirmation to you that is all about home as our gift and as a reminder that you are always safe, you are always protected, and you are always one with us. So let's take our gifts in our hands and say together our offertory blessing. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am and have and all that I give and receive. And so it is. Amen.
All right. Now I was told y'all want to write your checks now because you'll be busy stomping your feet while this is going on. So I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Just tell you, I know that the coronavirus is real because I went to the supermarket to get myself a 6-pack of Corona and the shelves were wiped out. All right, now, 3 years ago on the 5th of March, we came into this place, and we're all home now. Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. Now the
Great slideshow. Wasn't that wonderful? Yeah, so good. Okay, let's go within and bless these offerings. Wow. Thank you, Lord, for this day and our many blessings. Thank you for these tithes and love offerings given both here and through our 3G automatic giving program. They are divine substance made real through faith, imagination, and belief. Thank you, God, for the truth we know. God within prospers us, and so we prosper others, bringing more love, light, and laughter to the planet. And so it is. Amen. Now let's stand and welcome back our kids by singing We Are Walking in the Light.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. We are walking in the joy, in the joy, in the joy. We are walking in the joy of God.
Wonderful. Hello, you people. How was it today? What'd you do?
We talked about the light of God within us.
Oh, perfect. We did too. And you are? Excellent. Shall we bless these people together? I think it's on the board, or it will be. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Y'all too, thank you so much for coming out and being with your church family today. Matt is going to conduct his workshop. I think we're going to start around 12:15 or so. Please stay for this. It is going to be awesome. Let's maintain this amazing energy. We have a feast over there Shannon is putting out, so join us. Remember, and starting next week, we're going to sort of stop with the food for a couple of weeks. While there may not be physical food, there will be plenty of spiritual sustenance, so do be sure to be here. And of course, the most important thing we can do this day and any day is to be strong, go into this world and love one another. Let our light shine, knowing that the light of God surrounds us.
The light of God surrounds us.
The love of God enfolds us.
The love of God enfolds us.
The power of God protects us.
The power of God protects us.
And the presence of God watches over us.
The presence of God watches over us.
And wherever we are, God is.
Wherever we are, God is.
And all is well.
And all is well.
Now let's join hands and sing our prayer for the planet.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a place that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
We elevate our attitudes, we take action, and we know that when we get lost, we will always get found, and we will always end up coming home to Spirit, and it is good and beautiful and perfect. Namaste.